Don't lose your way. Your mind, we have to be as one. Don't be afraid. Let's be one. This is a great.
Alright YouTube, this is the deck right here. It's pretty straightforward. I'm not running Dark Arm or Dark Creator right now, or BLS, or any boss monsters right now because I want to increase the consistency. This is just a stable build. I kind of got her from one of the OCG lists and I just kind of made it to my liking. I'm running two shell. Well, let me go down the list first. Of course, you have Shaddoll. People who don't know, I guess I can just explain the Shaddolls now. Shaddoll Beast is one of my favorites. I only run two. I definitely wouldn't run three, and it's probably going to be fine as a one of. If it's sent to the grave by card effect, you get to draw a card. And if it's flipped, you draw two cards and then discard one. So it's like a baby graceful charity that'll trigger other Shaddolls. Shaddoll Dragon, I didn't think the card was as good at first, but now I come to respect it. It's basically, I guess the way I could say it is, if it flips, it could bounce a card on your opponent's side of the field. If it's sent to the grave, you get to MST a card on the field. It's pretty straightforward. It's almost like it's kind of like a marksman to me, basically, but way better and way more bulkier. Notice all the Shaddolls are not bitches when it comes to stats, like the Atlanteans are. Shaddol Lizard is like kind of a win more card. I use it with the Armageddon Knight, turn 1, to thin out the deck, or whenever I want a Falcon on the field first turn. It's a man-eater bug when it's flipped. And whenever it's sent to the grave, you get to send another Shaddol card to the grave. It also feeds Soul Charge really good. Lila's there just because it's a light and it can pop a back row. I was running Veiler, and I might be siding Veilers once I make this deck, but for right now, Lila's the only real light that I use. Physically, Lila's obviously good with Soul Charge, and during the end phase, it mills 3, which trigger the Shaddolls. And that's basically all that there is to her. Because you need lights if you're going to run this deck. Armageddon Knight is basically what I want to open with turn 1. If it's not Armageddon Knight, it's going to be Hedgehog or Bandit. These are the only things I do turn 1. Armageddon Knight. Usually I summon Armageddon Knight, send Beast to draw. Or I summon Armageddon Knight and send the Lizard to send Falcon so Falcon could come back. A lot of people like more than one Falcon. I'll get to that in a little bit. Searchable with Rhoda. Rhoda's a 2 now, and it's a dark, so it feeds. If you run Dark Arm or Dark Creator, it's also really good. Between Shaddolls and Infernity, that's the only reason why this card's circling $12 to $15 right now, super. Electromagnetic Turtle's an OCG only card. That's probably going to be another Rainbow Karibo or a Veiler. But I definitely need more defense. It's the most broken. It's also machine, so that's good, but it's like literally the most broken Grave Negation. You can just read it and see that yourself. Everyone knows what Crate Bandit does. It's good because it triggers the Shaddolls, kind of like Sylvans, when they go to the grave, and you can get your Fusion card or Soul Charge, whatever you need at the time. Hedgehog's kind of like the card you really need. Sometimes it gets in the way once you get going. When it flips, you get the Shaddoll Speller Trap, which is Shaddoll Fusion, or something else if you want. And if it's sent to the grave, it's a Rhoda for Shaddolls. So that's another thing you can do turn 1. If you really need another monster in your hand, you can Armageddon Knight. And you can send this if you want to thin the deck out more. So Armageddon, send this, and then that'll let you search for another Shaddol to your hand. So if you open up this and Shaddoll Fusion, all you need is this to activate your Shaddoll Fusion because of Hedgehog. Necrogun is there because it's a dark and you can fuse from the deck. I might want to, I don't see why I would cut this card, but I also like it because it's a target with Rhoda. I know that's kind of pointless. I mean, it's just added defense for the deck. I don't know what I replace it with because it's really solid at what it does. Maybe Shaddoll Falcon. Shaddoll Falcon's really good. At first, I hated it, and now I'm kind of learning how it's really good. It kind of fills in some gaps of the deck that other cards can't. It's a tuner. When it's flipped, you bring back a Shaddoll, including the fusions. And when it's sent to the grave, you can special summon it and face down defense mode, so it'll flip next turn. It's a pretty solid card. I'm thinking about running 2, but I think that might be too many. So I'm really liking it as a 1. Rainbow Karibo is solid. I already explained you have to run lights in this deck. I'm only running 3 right now. We all know what this card does. and it's really good because you fuse from the deck a lot. And you want to say if you're gonna send a light to the grave, it might as well be Rainbow Karibo. And the volcanic shells are only in here because I want to be able to go for the fire fusion because I think it's really good. And it's also really good with dichotomy, defeat dichotomy or duplicity on here. I might run 2 ice and 2 fire hand if they ever make a water fusion, which they will eventually. Water and wind is the only thing that Shaddolls are missing now. But for the time being, I've always been a fan of this card, and it's not gonna go anywhere. I might bump it up to 3, and side deck like. Oh, actually, I don't want to reveal what I'm gonna side for the mirror, but let's just say Volcanic Shell is gonna play a major part in it. Anyway, the Rotas are here to get Armageddon Knights. Rota on its own either means +1 MST or another Rota or Tuner from the grave. So you can see why this card's really broken in here. Shaddoll Fusion is the best card of the deck. We all know why. When the fusions die, it gets the fusion back. We've never had no mechanic like that. So I really love it. Plus I love Dark Monsters anyway. I know there's a race joke in there somewhere, but I really do, and I really like this card because it replaces itself. And plus you're getting a bunch of other effects. It's the only time you fuse and you're breaking even if you're fusing from the hand. Like, it's almost like a Megalo effect on top of the broken fusions that you're playing. Soul Charge is broke, I might go up to 3, but I don't know. Foolish is exactly like Rhoda, the exact same way. My Foolish is either going to MST or draw me a card or give me a Rhoda or give me a Surge. It's going to do anything that I want it to do. Foolish is probably the second best card in this deck. Dichotomies, a lot of times people run Shaddolls, they have a hard time winning because they don't really know how to win. And I know this sounds kind of backwards. You're supposed to win sheer advantage. I was losing a lot of my early games because I would just fuse and keep fusing, thinking that I would win, and I'd start to run out of targets. Even they're all spellcasters. That's another thing that sucks about your light targets. The best lights are like Valor and Lila, and they're spellcasters, so they don't feed dichotomy. But since everything's spellcaster, you need more types. That's another reason why I like these. And I like what's called the Warriors and the Curry Bandits because they feed dichotomy. This card could be alive by turn 2 in this deck easily, so it's good. Testing Supply Squad. It's a pretty solid card. It's kind of a win more. I don't know. I may replace it. I may not, but I'm really liking it. We just got it TCG, so only way to see if you like it is to test it. Book of Moon is the best trap card in the game as far as I'm concerned. Bottomless is second best. Stop Soul Charge. Banish the monster. Need SA more. Hits multiple. Tarantulas, that emergency card. Plus it triggers all the Shaddolls and the fusions, and a lot of my fusions get around it, so there's no reason not to play this card. The reason I'm playing this card is for the hands. I don't know why I would take it out, but I might take it out. Oh, I'm also playing for the mirror match too. Because, yeah. This deck doesn't really have answers to removal. The fusions are weak to Bottomless and to D-Prison, so I don't know, I might see, like, I could take these out for Lances or something, So we'll just wait to see. Breakthrough skills broken. Plus I'm a Cree Bandit, so 1 or 2 breakthrough skills never bad. And Warning is just the 3rd best trap card in the game as far as I'm concerned. Probably next to Emptiness. Kind of in between on that. And I guess I can quickly explain the fusions. I'm not going to explain the side deck. I kind of just do this together. Hopefully Rivalry will work out. This is more during the gear format too, so these wire types probably won't be in here. But the light fusion is basically a catastor if it's battles a special summon monster and a foolish at the same time. Anytime the fusions are destroyed and sent to the grave, you get back the fusion spell or a Shaddoll spell or trap card from the grave. So this is a catastor for special summon monsters and a foolish. This is a Thunder King, and basically but in order to use it, you have to discard a Shaddol from the hand. But if you do discard a Shaddol from the hand, you get the Shaddol effect, so that's pretty good. This card might not be needed, but I kind of like having that one extra fusion option besides dark and lights because you do run out. Crate Bandit mill's bad, and stuff does happen. Minrash is probably gonna be the one people go for the most. I mean, that's almost never dead. Kind of surprised I'm not running three, but I guess I always find myself going for these. This is like a baby Ophion. Basically, both players can only spell summon once, and it can't be destroyed by card effects. This card absolutely shits on hands, and I don't know. While playing hands, I found myself suicidally trying to go to mid-range as soon as possible because they almost have no outs to it besides like one-on-one or some type of exceed. And if you have an out for that, then you're gonna be untouchable. So yeah, this card, one of these cards are gonna be secret. The light and the dark comes out, and duelist advent. I don't know which one's gonna be ultra or secret, but I hope it's Nephilim because Midrash is just beautiful as an ultra. And then I have my seeds over here. We all know what these do and why they're here. I might need to play more fours, but that's just all for right now. And the side can change at any time. So this is the deck, and I'll let y'all see it in action. That's basically it. Just do that to Karibo, and I'm out.